Hi, it's Maggie the Average Gypsy here to bring you your March 2019 mid-month general reading. We're looking at the last couple of weeks of March here from the 15th through the 31st. Welcome to everybody who is with us here today. Welcome to any newcomers and welcome back to followers and subscribers. Thank you for those of you who take the time to check in and watch all of your videos, who follow my YouTube channel, and also those of you who send in your support and feedback and comments. Always welcome. Thank you so much. And always a big thank you to all of my clients out there as well, both regular and new, for all the busyness with personal one-on-one readings. Always, you guys keep me so busy all the time as the years roll on. It's an honor and a pleasure. Thank you. As many of you who follow me know, if you are interested in a personal reading with me, you can get more info and contact details by clicking on the description link below, or you can go to my YouTube channel's homepage, click on that little About button there, and please feel free to email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you. I can usually respond to your initial inquiry within the same day or the first 24 hours. And scheduling is pretty good too. I do readings full-time, 5 to 6 days a week. It is the sum total of what I do. So I'm pretty diligent at working with both your schedule and my schedule to set something up for you in as timely a manner as possible. So send me an email if you're interested. We'll go from there. I do a wide variety of readings of all different types and lengths and costs in all the main areas of life. So I look forward to hearing from you. All right, let's move right into this reading. This reading is for the Earth sign of Virgo for the remainder of March 2019 from the 15th through the 31st. So Virgo, let's see what's in store for you for the last half of March. Okay, Virgo, we begin with the Knight of Pentacles, followed by the Knight of Swords. We have the Six of Cups, followed by the Five of Wands. And from the bottom of the deck, your overall energy and guidance is the Five of Pentacles. So overall, Virgo, it looks like I mean, this could be someone close to you, but I feel like for many of you, it's you in a particular situation. You may be feeling kind of left out in the cold, which is often what the Five of Pentacles represents. Pentacles is earth energy. That's the element which governs the suit. And in the tarot, Pentacles can represent tangible things we can see and touch and feel, like money, finances, property, real estate, assets, job, etc. Or it can represent the efforts we put into things. It's earth energy, so it represents stability, security, safety, continuity, wealth sometimes. The Five of Pentacles is a card of insufficiency and lack, of something not being enough. Now, for some of you, this might translate literally into, you know, a job, work, career, money, finances kind of issue. It could be, you know, being out of work, being out of a job, or not having enough money to pay your bills, etc. On an emotional level, it can feel like you're shut out, like you're kind of left out in the cold, abandoned, rejected, not good enough. It can often also represent that there may be something or someone within your environment that may have the help or resources or advice or guidance that you seek, but you may not be paying close enough attention to it. Sometimes this golden light that you can see shining out from what appears to be a church or a cathedral window can represent that this couple who is in need and in difficulty, that there is a source of help or insight in their environment, but they may not be paying attention to it because they're only basically focused on the need or on the negativity, what they're lacking. Sometimes this can also represent missing something that's potentially right in front of your face. In terms of love and romance, sometimes it can represent not giving someone a second chance or a second look, particularly if it's a reconciliation issue. You know, somebody being kind of left out of the cold. Sometimes this can represent being shut out of a group, like being blackballed or blacklisted, or feeling like you're kind of being excluded from a group or an organization, or, you know, just not fitting in. Now, that's the overall energy from the bottom of the deck for the last half of March. Now we have the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. We have two knights here, and knights are the bringers, the deliverers of the tarot, and often they represent something coming into you, an offer or an opportunity, something coming in, and usually moving at a pretty fair clip, at a pretty good speed, because knights are known for being you know, rather spontaneous and impulsive. They're all about missions and quests. They can be very single-minded and focused, and sometimes almost fanatical in their pursuit of their goal. They usually have a strong code of ethics they adhere to. So they can represent offers and opportunities in fast-moving situations. Now, this is the Knight of Pentacles, so earth energy. Out of all four of the knights, the Knight of Pentacles is a bit slower than his other three brother knights, because he's governed by the slowest element, which is earth. But this is also someone who's going to get there in the end. Even if he comes there in last, he's going to achieve his mission and quest and his objective. He's going to cover every single step. He's not going to miss anything by rushing ahead. And this is so something tangible coming into you, an offer or opportunity. It may not be coming in as quickly as you would like, although I do not feel that the Knight of Pentacles is a slower moving energy coming into you. All four of the knights are known for having a fair amount of speed. That's why they're knights. You know, they go rushing off charge. So they typically move faster than a lot of the other cards. So there is a tangible or practical offer or opportunity coming in. For some of you, it may be a job offer or opportunity, or something in the job you currently work at. It could be, you know, tangible help or resources coming in as well. But I believe that for a lot of you, you're actually hearing about this. This is something coming in that you're hearing about. And somebody may be bringing this information to you, or, I mean, for those of you for whom this might be just a straight up career work environment, for those of you who have been job hunting, it definitely looks like something is coming in maybe around the middle of March, maybe around the third week or so, or you may be hearing about it, because what accompanies the Knight of Pentacles is the Knight of Swords. So here's another knight rushing right in. He's a little bit faster than Pentacles, and because he clarifies the Knight of Pentacles, I really feel like he's giving this Earth Knight a bit more speed. This is air. Air is the element which governs the suit of swords. I can't talk. I've been stumbling over my words all morning. So the Knight of Swords. Swords is air energy, and in the tarot, this is the energy of what goes on up in our heads. It's about how we look at things, our perspectives, which is based on our belief systems, our ideologies, our perceptions, because that really affects the way that we see the world, people in the world, and how we communicate our own words and our ideas out. It can be about truth, insight, higher education and learning. It's all about what goes on up in our heads, mental, cerebral, intellectual energy, also about communicating as well. So this Knight of Swords is bringing in information. I feel like some of you who have been out of work or are looking for work of some kind, and perhaps I'm also getting to that some of you who are already currently in a job, you're currently working a job, but you're interested in, you want to move forward, you want to get promoted, you want to move ahead, you're ambitious, you want to move forward on your career path or in your current work environment. I feel like you're hearing news about how this can be. Some of you may be presented with an actual offer here. For those of you who have been job hunting, whether you're currently working or not, I do see an offer or an opportunity coming in for you. News and information coming in too. But for some reason, I'm also getting the feeling, Virgo, that, okay, here's another one I have to cover too, because this just came in. Some of you, this Knight of Pentacles might be you, because it's Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising, clarified by the Knight of Wands. So some of you, again, I'm getting the sensation that whatever it is that's coming in, whether you're responding to the person that's bringing it in or you're going to somebody else, it almost feels like you don't feel like the offer or opportunity is either good enough, or that you feel it kind of traps you or locks you in somehow. Now, for some of you, this could also be in the more personal or relationship, emotional area of your life. It could be within a relationship as well. Particularly if you have been feeling like the person that you're with perhaps maybe doesn't want a long-term committed relationship with you, or vice versa. Again, regardless of what area of your life this resonates in, which is why we always suggest you watch your rising and moon sign, because it can provide additional clarification. Because sometimes, like this reading is a little bit cloudy because I'm getting a lot of different messages here. Some of you in relationships may be the other person, the third person, and your partner may be making some kind of an offer or an extension of an offer to you. For those of you that are in kind of a third party situation, maybe they have another girlfriend or boyfriend or a husband or wife. Some of you, it just may be the two of you, but it feels like the offer that's coming in, it feels like it may lock you in or trap you in somehow. It feels like you, what's the words I'm looking for? I'm just having difficulty getting my words across today. It feels like the offer or opportunity that's coming in, whether it's career, work, and finance or relationship, is somehow governed by this sense of the conventional. That if you say yes to this offer, you're going to kind of lock yourself into something which, number one, you don't know if it's going to be everything you want, or it may just be mediocre, or you feel like you're going to have to be committed to it for, you know, some interminable period of time, and you're not sure that you actually want to take this offer because you feel that by taking this offer, it means you actually are conforming to something that you're not quite sure you want to lock yourself into. I know this is going to resonate for somebody out there, and it may be just specifically towards a small group of people, but that's what I'm feeling, whether it's a relationship offer or a job or career offer or project offer or some other kind of resources. It feels like if you say yes to it, that you get to belong again. You get out of this energy of the Five of Pentacles, you know, with another person in a relationship, or with another company, or within the company that you already work. But for some reason, it almost feels like this offer or opportunity is coming in as a way to placate you, to kind of pet you down and go, yes, we don't really want you to leave. We're not going to promise, you know, exactly what you want, but here we're kind of throwing you a bone, so to speak. So here's this offer or opportunity. And I'm getting that quite specifically, but it feels like they're saying, if you don't take this offer, you're going to be on the outside. You're not going to belong to us or to me or to this thing or to this group. So in order to have that back again, you're going to have to agree to this. That's what it feels like for me. It's very interesting reading. So next to that, we have the Six of Cups and the Five of Wands. So the Six of Cups is a card that's often associated with the past, parents, relatives, roots of origin, culture and ethnic tradition, to where you grew up. People, you know, sometimes it can represent people coming from the past because it represents something surfacing that you have a history with, which could be anything from a company you used to work for, to an old lover, or somebody you went to high school with many years ago, or family or relatives. It's a card associated with someone that you had a history with, or is from your history, or has some connection to your history or background as well. It's sometimes referenced as one of the soulmate cards as well. And it can sometimes represent looking at something through rose-colored glasses, maybe not in as realistic a way as you would like, because you want to see it in the most positive light possible, even if that's not entirely reality based. And just another cautionary advice here, this Six of Cups is next to the Knight of Pentacles. So again, whatever this Knight of Pentacles is bringing or offering, it may look really good on the surface and promise to, you know, maybe get you out of this feeling shut out or left out kind of energy. You may be wanting to see it in a brighter light than the reality of it actually is, or it may be presenting to you as, just join us, just agree to this, and everything will be, just fine. All the cares and worries that you have today, the struggles, if you stop struggling, you'll be just fine. But again, I'm just feeling like, I don't know. And I feel like there's something in you that's going, I don't know. There's something kind of niggling at you. And that's further underlined by its accompanying card, which is the Five of Wands, which can be a card of conflict, internal conflict, external conflict, competitive energy. It's usually viewed as rather petty energy. In the office or work environment, it can represent gossip, rumor mongering, that competitive backbiting energy, petty stuff. It's not huge because it's only at a 5, but can be harmful nonetheless, and it seems rather relentless. This can also be a card of bullying as well. So there's definitely a sense of conflict around this. It could be competitive energy too. It's kind of like maybe in a work environment, in a job or a company or a work environment of some sort. For example, this could resonate as, if you don't do the same things we do, or if you don't go along with everything that's going along, then there's going to be perhaps some harassing or bullying, or you're just going to feel kind of shut out because you're going to be shut out of a group, or shut out of a relationship, or shut out of, the church, or because it feels like you feel shut out of something kind of important, whether it's a relationship or a big group, or a group or organization, or it could even be at work. And all you have to do to get that feeling back and feel like you're a part of and belong again is agree, or to go along, or to sign up for, I don't know, fill in the blank. It's going to mean different things for different people in a general reading, because general readings always resonate a little differently for everyone watching. And I feel like there's something in you that's like, I don't know about this. Yes, I could say yes, but then on the other hand, I still have to kind of live with myself. Do I really want to compromise and negotiate this much? Let me see if I can get a few more clarifiers on this. Oh, had two just jump right out. Huh. The Hierophant and the Seven of Swords. Yes, so the Hierophant is a card of convention and tradition, walking the prescribed path, organized religions, large corporations, institutions. It can represent long-term relationships or marriages. This is walking the path that millions of people have walked before you because it's the right way, the right thing to do. It can represent, following the book or the policy at work, on a specific religious path, adhering to family traditions, cultural, ethnic traditions, or ideals, the way that it's always been done and the way that it's supposed to be done. Why? Because, well, that's just the way we do it, kind of thing. It can be positive or negative sometimes. I mean, the benefits to that sort of energy is that you get the safety and shelter and protection and family or belonging feeling, because you're under the same umbrella as everybody else is. But on the other hand, sometimes you have to sacrifice a certain amount of individuality and self-expression to have that. And the clarifying card being the Seven of Wands, the Seven of Wands can represent a few different things. Sometimes it's the thief card in terms of stealing or exploiting, or being very sneaky, deceptive, lying behavior. But it can also represent playing your cards close to your chest, having a goal, and in order to meet that goal in your own best interest, you have to keep things hidden or concealed, which isn't necessarily a negative energy as long as you're not harming yourself or somebody else while you're doing it, because karma can be a bit of a bugger. So it can be rather secretive. Now, this could resonate a few different ways. This could be that for some of you, this spoken or implied offer of just go along with this, or just sign on the dotted line, or just whatever. They may be being, maybe it's about, hey, go along with the rest of us, with this maybe unethical behavior or sneaky behavior. And the perks of it is that you get to belong again. For some of you, it might be that you might be feeling shut out of in an environment or from a group or with people or even in a personal relationship, but you have to just kind of go along with it for the time being until you're able to meet your goals, so that then you can move on. You may be having to just kind of knuckle down and deal with this for a period of time until your own goals get met, and you can't really speak about that. So it's going to resonate a few different ways. This is a really, really interesting reading. All right, let's pull some final guidance cards from Spirit to see if there's any action steps or what guidance they want to give Virgos for the last half of March 2019, how best to navigate this situation for the next couple of weeks for Virgo. Oh, the Four of Cups and the Hanging Man. Yeah, so regardless of which of these stories is yours that I'm kind of channeling in here, the advice for Spirit, at least for the remainder of March, is not to do too much. This is about respite, taking a step back, recovering, recuperating, because maybe you feel tired, worn out, exhausted. You need to take better care of yourself. You've been under too much stress, and perhaps a different perspective is needed too, because sometimes we're in the midst of it and we're tired and we're stressed out, we're anxious, we're worn out. We don't always see things in the best way possible. So this is about taking some time off, some time out, and maybe getting some advice from somebody not associated or directly involved with this, getting a different perspective, and definitely getting some rest and taking better care of ourselves. The Hanging Man also takes a step back and tries to look at things from a completely different view so he can get a different perspective, and he's content with staying there for a time because he knows it's transitional, and even if he wants to, he's not allowing himself to jump in and force an outcome or maneuver or manipulate a specific outcome, because things are still playing out. This is also about kind of maybe hanging back for a bit to get a different perspective. So I feel like at least for the remainder of March, particularly those of you that are considering an offer or something that's coming in, try to hold off and wait as much as possible too. And I believe Mercury just went into retrograde or is about to go into retrograde. Yeah, I feel like direct action should not be taken at this time. I feel like you should take a step back, maybe take some time to take better care of yourself. Try to see if you can get a different perspective on this, and maybe seek out some guidance and advice from somebody who's not directly involved, somebody whose opinion and feedback you respect, but who isn't directly involved with the situation. So Virgo, that pretty much wraps up your March 2019 mid-month reading. I hope you have enjoyed it, or at least found it helpful and useful, or that you didn't find it too confusing, because this was kind of an interesting one. And again, if any of you are interested in a more personal one-on-one reading, especially if this reading resonated for you, please feel free to email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. You can get more info and contact details by clicking on the description link below, or you can click on the little About button on my YouTube channel's homepage. Email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I do love and romance, of course, compatibility charting, career, work, and finance, investment readings, gift readings, and I also do 6 and 12-month overviews, which take a look at what's coming in all the main areas of your life for a 6 or 12-month period, depending on how far ahead you want to look. They both cost the same. And you can also find me on the smartphone app Instantgo under Irish Gypsy, and that link is also provided. And Instantgo is good for, there's a few different reading options there too, but it's especially good for quick answers to the quick, easy questions. So a variety of options to choose from. So Virgo, I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the April 2019 general readings. And until then, as always, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. Take care. Bye-bye.